Hello my crypto friends, I wish you a nice month. I could post this video earlier, but I was waiting for the last days of the month to see if there is a correction as I mentioned in my last video. Bitcoin did better of what I expected in November. I received many requests to do Shiba Inu, so I did. And last week I posted a video for SHIB, but a couple of days later, actually it was late night on Sunday, I got a message that I used the wrong date. And indeed, instead of the year 2020, by mistake, I was looking at the chart with the year of 2000. So I had to delete that video. 4 days of work for nothing. Let's take a look at November before we moved into Bitcoin. November is, in general, a complex month. Like always, there are some positive and challenging days. There is a new moon in Scorpio, actually in a few hours from now. But until the 4th, with Mars being opposite to Pluto, this is a quite intense and obsessive energy. So please have in mind that any rash actions will work against you. The planet of communication and intellect, Mercury, will move into Sagittarius on the 3rd, and it will go retrograde, but it will remain in Sagittarius until the first week of January. Sagittarius is looking for the truth, and this could be connected to the US elections. So the next period, what's the truth, could be a major issue. Mars moves into Leo on the 4th, but it will move slow in November and it will go retrograde in December, but I will talk more about this in my next video. From the 7th until the 12th on the collective, the world map, Venus, the planet of values and money, will make difficult aspects to Neptune. So during these days, be extra cautious with your financial dealings, and remember, what shines is not always gold. There is a full moon full of surprises in Taurus on the 15th, and I'm saying this because the moon will be together with Uranus and opposite the sun. Uranus is the planet of sudden changes and disruptions. And Venus, which is the ruler of this full moon, will be an aspect to Mars, a quincunx, which indicates similar situations. This means sudden changes and disruptions in the economy and the markets in general. The planet Pluto symbolizes many things, but also the global economy. In 2008, Pluto moved into Capricorn. If you remember, that was the time that the financial crisis started in the States. But November 19th will enter Aquarius and will remain there for the next 20 years. Aquarius has to do with new technology, innovation, but also is the sign of crypto. This is a whole new chapter. If you remember last March, when Pluto moved into Aquarius, I mentioned that in my video that time, that we will have a glimpse of the future. And that was the time that AI became popular. The thing is that we're moving into a new era starting next summer. It is something that we have never experienced before, with most of the outer planets changing sign. This is very interesting and it deserves a video because we're going to experience a bigger change than what we did with COVID. Now, don't worry because I believe it's for the better. Although Mercury will start being retrograde the last week of the month, things look quite harmonious and positive. And before we moved into Bitcoin, I have to remind you that this is not a financial advice. And although I'm doing astrology more than 35 years now, yes, I'm pretty old, I could easily make a mistake because, as I mentioned, it's really hard to predict Bitcoin. But as they say, no risk, no glory. Now, if you like to know what's going on in your life, you remember I do personal readings. If you like to find out more information, my email is in the description. The correction that started the last days of the month, it looks like it's going to continue for a few days. For Bitcoin, November looks pretty good, especially the second part of the month. The good thing is that on the 12th, Saturn will be stationary going direct, and it will form a nice aspect to Bitcoin Sun. Have in mind that the planets do not go, they don't change direction or stop by any means. But also another positive thing is that Venus, the planet of values and money, will enter Capricorn, the sign of Bitcoin, the same day as Saturn will be stationary. And when planets are stationary, they become quite strong. Well, these two situations are quite positive for Bitcoin. I'm a bit concerned, though, with three aspects that occur this month, and they show similar situation. One is the challenging aspect of the moon nodes to Bitcoin Mars, but also Jupiter, the planet of expansion, is in a difficult aspect to Bitcoin's Saturn. Saturn is stability. This is a situation of expansion and contraction. And there is also a semi-square of Pluto to Bitcoin's Venus that, in my opinion, is putting the brakes on Bitcoin's price. The first days of the month, there are difficult aspects. There is a T-square between Venus to Bitcoin, Uranus, and Saturn. You can see that on the map. And although there are some harmonious aspects, I do believe a correction is possible until November 9th. After the 10th, things look better. As I mentioned, on the 12th, Venus will enter Capricorn and Saturn positive angles. These two are good signs for the price. There could be a small correction right before the full moon on the 15th, a very short one. From the 21st until the 26th, Mercury will be stationary just for a couple of days on the 26th, and that's not a good time to make agreements or start new projects. And usually Bitcoin changes direction when Mercury goes retrograde. The last days of the month look pretty positive, and the price will probably rise. Well, we have also another good situation the last day of the month, because Venus will conjunct the Sun-Jupiter midpoint. So, guys, that's it. I hope I'm correct. Well, it takes me 4 days to do this, and it will take you 1 second to like the video. I will do a video a new video for SHIB soon. I'm not sure when. Leave me a comment if you like me to look at a coin, and I'll do the coin with the most requests. Take care, and thank you for being here. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.